Hey everyone, I'm David. I'm a bass tutor at Progress Music Academy, and in this video we're going to be having a look at a chromatic scale. So chromatic means you're moving semitone by semitone or fret by fret. So this is actually a scale that I learned from an interview with Jaco Pastorius, and it's something I've used extensively to condition my hand position, and is a really good warm-up for all your fingers. It's really good if you're a beginner to get used to using your little finger and learning about some of the frets further down the fretboard. If you're a bit more advanced, like I said, conditioning the hand, really solidifying your technique and the coordination between both hands. So we're going to start on the 5th fret on the G string with our little finger. And we're going to be going down chromatically, like this. So as you can see, I'm using finger per fret, and I'm moving one fret at a time. Now, this is the bit that's a little bit tricky. Once you get there, you are on the note of A. So the next semitone down is A flat, but we're not going to play it on the 1st fret on the G string. We're going to play it here on the 6th fret on the D string. So the best way to think about it, you start with your little finger on the 5th fret on the G string, and once you've played through all of those notes, your little finger will be on the 6th fret. It will move to the 7th fret on the A string, the 8th on the E string, and if you've got one like me, the 9th fret on the B string, like that. So once you've got to your final fret, so I'm on the 6th fret on the B string, you'd shift down one fret with your first finger, like that. So if you've got a 5 string, you'd be starting on the 5th fret on the B string. If you've just got a 4 string, you would be on the 4th fret. So when you're going back up the scale, you start on your first finger, you move the other way. So your first finger through to your little finger, just like before. When you move to another string, you're shifting this way. So that'll be the 4th on the E string, 3rd on the A, 2nd on the D, and then at 1st on the G, and then you're back at your starting point. So if I play that whole thing for you, like that. And there's a lot of variations you can do with this. Obviously, it's different challenges between playing the frets up here when they're wider, it's a bit more physical, and you need a bit more finer dexterity for the smaller frets down here. For example, if I started, you can basically start whichever fret you want. It's a really good way to vary it. Also, what some of my students do is they start in the same position, but instead of going from your little finger to your first finger, they actually go the other way. So like that. And then when you go back up the scale, you'd be moving like that. Now, just to finish, just a few things to think about. Firstly, you want to have your fingers curved over the top of the string. Avoid having your fingers kind of flat like this. They'll be flapping about, and particularly when you're skipping between each string, you're going to find that pretty tricky. So curve those over. And thinking about the right hand, you want to be constantly alternating your fingers, and that includes when you're moving between strings. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And obviously you can try this as quickly as you want. Recommend doing it to a metronome. If your swan is a bit more advanced, try playing in semi-quavers. So for example, if we had a clip of 70 beats per minute, that's a really good way to increase difficulty. Okay, that's it for me. Thanks for tuning in, and good luck with those chromatic scales.